Do your thing.
There was an article written about me last week in the local forum, and its title was 8 Kids, 1 Job, and a Looming Political Career, Oh My. But what the columnist didn't know is that we homeschool too. Now, homeschooling is so great that we couldn't pass it up. It's legal, there are terrific support groups, and the benefits are wonderful. As for its legality, not really much required. You need to have a teacher evaluator come by once a year to see how your kid did. Keep a portfolio and a lesson plan. That's basically it. Don't worry about the misnomers as if you need some sort of diploma yourself. You don't need a diploma. You don't even need to graduate from high school. Any parent can do it. And don't worry about if your kid can get in college if you didn't have a diploma. Any college entry exam is good enough, like ACT, or SAT. As for its benefits, forgive me, support groups. There are plenty of support groups in Broward County to help you homeschool your kids. The largest one, the Broward Parent Support Group, has over 400 families involved. We go to a smaller one, about 60 families. They provide you with about everything you need for schooling. We have events, we have field trips, work labs, sports, and helps. The events can be anything from graduation to promotion night. There's a little promotion thing my daughter got, to science fairs, talent shows, anything you would get from public school. For our field trips, they go to places like Sun Sentinel, the Publix warehouse, the parks, fire department, so the kids don't miss out on that either. We have labs. There are more labs than you could even think of. Any subject you can imagine, there are labs for that. Some of the labs my kids have been involved in are biology classes, algebra, art, and there's a chemistry one coming up really soon. Now, a lab is a little bit, I don't know if you know what a lab is. A lab is where you do most work at home, and you go to a house of somebody who will do little tutoring or do the lab work if it's like biology and dissect a worm. There are also sports involved in homeschooling. When I was a kid, I participated in the Presidential Physical Fitness Award. And as homeschoolers, we do that too. My daughter achieved presidential. That's very hard to get. I didn't even get presidential, and I became a Green Beret later on. They have the Saints, which is a group that brings the kids into about every form of sports that there is, from archery, football, baseball, and there are other groups of physical fitness also. As for helps in your support groups, we have curriculum labs. A curriculum lab is where we get together and all the vendors will show what curriculums they have to offer. Here's an example of curriculum. This is my first grader, Promise, and basic curriculum you see in school. And you can pick what curriculum you want to use, or no curriculum, or mixing curriculum. Other helps we have are co-ops. A co-op is where a group of families will decide to take turns teaching. Say there's 4 families, and week 1, one family will teach all the kids, week 2, the next, and so on, which can be very helpful. And usually they'll have kids the same age and use the same curriculum, something like that. And The last help, which is the best, is we have monthly meetings. Now, you got to talk to people to understand what's going on in homeschooling. Just reading a book ain't going to help you. The monthly meetings, you meet friends, you see how they do it, talk about curriculums, talk about laws. It's very encouraging. As for benefits, they're great. The educational benefits are par none. Homeschoolers stand out as the top performers in college entries. There's been a stat that said that 90% of homeschoolers are in the top 10% of SAT scores. As for safety, you don't have any drugs, thugs, or pedophiles. You can protect your kids from modern day curriculum that wants to make you ashamed of Christopher Columbus or your own country. And you get better food. As for relationships, I should say that another benefit is your relationships. Your relationships will be stronger with your kids as you interact with them more. Your relationships will be stronger among siblings. Now, in public school, they'll go from class to class to class. In homeschooling, they stay together, and there's a big bond built there. And also, you can shelf them, build them from relationships that are bad. And one of the better benefits also, additional benefit would be your freedom. You can teach them what you want or when you want. Now, in Florida, we break during the summer. Who wants to be outside in the summer? We want to take our breaks in the winter. Winter is the best time in South Florida to be outside. Or when my wife's pregnant, she can take a break then. Or another benefit, if you just have a bad day, you go to the beach. So there are terrific benefits. You have wonderful support groups, and it's legal. Homeschooling is a great alternative for education. Your kids will benefit from it, you'll know them better,